What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Swipe Up, the 69th episode of the show where I share some of my favorite posts from Instagram. Let's get it started with this little ditty, this little clip from UFC Fight Pass. Chase Hooper being the correspondent, talking to not to Ben Askren, talking to Jorge Masvidal. Here we go.
Street Jesus, can I call you that?
Sure. Okay.
All right, so I got one question for you. Why'd you do that to my dad?
Who's that?
My father is Ben Askren. Shout out.
What? Hey, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to, bro. That's really
all
your
good.
dad?
No.
Oh, okay, bro.
Yes. Yeah.
Jorge's like, sincerely sad in that clip, but I love the meme of Chase Hooper being Ben Askren's son. It's a fun it's a fun thing. It's hilarious though. All right, so yeah, that's a fun thing that's going on in MMA. Chase Hooper looks like Ben Askren and interviewed anyway. So let's move on to something else that happened. UFC 246 just happened, in which Conor McGregor fought Cowboy, but something was going on the internet, Twitter specifically, where Kamaru Usman started posting crazy shit about Conor McGregor, calling him a pussy, that he's gonna raw dog his wife. There was a lot. It was crazy, and I saw this on Twitter. MMA Twitter was going nuts, retweeting it, and then I went to his page, and it was clear that he was hacked, and they were like showing screenshots of his bank account. They were like these hackers were like giving each other shout outs on Kamaru's thing, just saying some of the most hateful shit. But it was crazy to watch. It actually reminded me of a time many, many moons ago when Dana White talked shit about Anonymous, called them all like, sad little nerds or whatever. I don't remember what he said, but he was talking shit about Anonymous for some reason, and Anonymous decided to hack all of his shit. They took over the UFC website. They changed so much stuff. Like, I don't even know, like, people never talk about that. But there was a time where Dana White got his ass handed to him by Anonymous. And this kind of reminded me of that, except for, they never posted. I don't think they ever released all of his information. Like, they were, I don't know if they did, but they were threatening to release Kamaru Usman's social security number, his passwords, his bank accounts. Like, they were threatening to release all kinds of shit. And Kamaru was in the crowd at UFC 246. And, the fighters, a lot of the time, they'll be, guests or whatever at these fights. And, for promotion, stuff like that. And he's the champ at 185 or 170, I should say. But he seemed like he was okay. They didn't really show him much. But, man, I would be dying if I was at a UFC event, right, for free, and then all of a sudden my phone's blowing up, right? I'm about to watch the first card of the year, a huge main event, and my phone is blowing up because all of my information, which apparently he's got, $500,000 in the bank. I mean, if that screenshot's legit, it's like, but will it be there by the time the fight's over? Like, what are they? 'Cause, I mean, if they got access to your bank account, then they could just transfer. Oh my God. Just like kind of the worst nightmare you can have. The worst nightmare. Especially imagine, first off, I can't even imagine having that kind of money in a bank account. And then if I did have that kind of money in that bank account, to think that it could all be gone while I'm out, kind of at work. Oh, horrible. So yeah, that was kind of a crazy thing to follow last night during the fights. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they got it all under control. I haven't gone back to check today, but definitely reminded me of that time Dana White fucked up. Now moving on to my boy Adriel Restrepo, fellow artist. I think he was flying back from New York to Florida, and there was like a long. I think it ended up being like 30-hour delay where he was at the airport. But he got a bunch of these drawings done, which I love his style. It's like a cartoony, psychedelic type of like if you were to put like if Spencer's Gifts sold artwork. I mean, like kind of in their some of their posters were reminiscent of Adriel's style, but I love it. And it's been fun watching him grow. But he got a bunch of artwork done while he was in the airport. And this is him working on one of the pieces. But you can go see all of his stuff, Adriel Restrepo, on Instagram. 30 hours. It says it right here. If I just read I never read the comments. I'm always focused on the video or the picture or whatever that I'm showing. So give him a follow. He does awesome work. And here's somebody else that does awesome work. I keep sharing her stuff. It seems like every week. Memeless. I don't even know how to. You think I'd learn how to say her name by this point? But she does the crazy realistic face painting. And by realistic, I mean like surrealism, but in face paint. So these are some of her pieces, which, the one with the ladders and the people, like very surreal. Very surreal. You got the multiple eyes going. Just like, I don't know, just amazing. And then, of course, you see her real face, and she's just gorgeous. But super talented, man. And she cranks out the work, too. That's how you get good. That's where talent comes from. Being obsessed with something. You get good at anything if you're obsessed with it. And you really care, and you're humble, and you're willing to experiment and make mistakes. But yeah, she does amazing face paints, and I need to stop posting all of them because it's ridiculous. So moving on to the last part of this episode, it's goat just flying down the mountainside here in Coachella Valley, down the bump and grind hiking trail. Which I've never been on any of the hiking trails out here. I never hiked until I moved to San Diego in my 20s, but I wouldn't mind checking out these trails. And it is kind of crazy seeing these mountain goats. I was driving through one of the gated communities that's up kind of around PGA West area. And there was just tons of mountain goats just chilling in these like housing developments, like really rich housing developments, gated communities. But yeah, that'd just kind of be crazy. If you're on a hike and to see a goat just charging down the hill, that probably might freak me out a little bit. I just wouldn't want to be in the way. I don't know if I'd be scared of the goats, but I'd keep my distance also. All right, so that's it. Let's do some shout-outs and get out of here. Shout-out to UFC Fight Pass, Ben Askren, C. Hooper 556. Shout-out Fight Intelligence. Shout-out Usman 84 KG. Shout-out Adriel Restrepo. Shout-out Memeless. Shout-out Coachella Valley and Tracy Mayer. That's it for this episode. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork over at inspireddisorder.com and save 25% when you use coupon code RTS. Follow me on social media at Ray Taylor. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Peace out!